covering the creation of the globe for the light and the power button. Now, on to the next, which will be the globe. This one won't be too hard. Okay. Let's start with units. Inches. Okay. And then let's turn this on. Now I want the globe to be 3 inches in diameter. So let's do that. Sphere. Oh. 3. I think I just made the radius 3. Let's try that again. Yes, 3, so we want to make that 1.5. There we go. Now, at the bottom, we're gonna need to have a place to put it directly on to the pole. So we're first going to start with a cylinder. That is 0.55 in radius, and the length of it doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and move it, connect to the center. Oh. And subtract what we want from what we don't want. Now we're also going to want this to be hollowed out, so let's do another sphere. Radius of 1.4375. Let's move that to center here. That's looking better. And subtract this. No. What? Control Z. Subtract. Okay, that looks better. Now I'm going to make a small cylinder. Starting from here. And going down here. And this cylinder is going to be hollowed out by another cylinder. That is only 0.35 radius. Move that here. Subtract. Now that's where the lights are going to go. Now we need to put where the clips are going to go. Now the total width of the top of the clip is 0.2. So we're going to want to make it 0.25 just so there's going to be plenty of space for the clip to get through. We're going to have to bring over part of what we did to make the clips in a previous model. I guess the lines that were swept along were removed. So we're gonna have to copy these. And I mean actual control copy. And paste it in here. I don't know why I had to go all the way over there. Okay. Now we're going to draw some arches along the edges here and then delete these. Didn't look like that one wanted to behave quite as nicely as the last one. There we go. Now I'll have to make these disappear. Okay. Now we're gonna make... Doesn't matter how tall it's gonna be, because we're really just gonna need it to be tall enough to cut some holes. So, a rectangle with a width of 0.25 and a height of, I'll say, 0.3. Rotated from here 90 degrees, and then it's got to be swept from the base point right here, along here, just like that. And let's make a copy. So we don't have to do all that all over again. Copy. Right here. Put it here. And then rotate. From right here. 180. There we go. Now, we take this and we move it right here. Then we subtract from this, this, and this. Huh. That ended up being wider than I thought it would be. But I guess in the end it doesn't really matter, because this globe is going to be all one part. And that's the globe. Now, to make the fun power button. That one's a little bit more involved than the other things so far. So, the width of the base is 0.125. So, in order for the button to be able to be pressed, we want it to be about 0.12. I think that would give it enough wiggle room for pressing. there's still going to be, like, it's going to go in there with prongs, so there's going to be an added distance on that of 0.25. So we're going to have the bottom of the button to be a total of 0.45. So let's start with the cylinder. Oh, first units. Okay. Cylinder. We're going to want it to be just a little bit less than the hole is going to be sitting in. And the hole is 0.5 in radius. Now, diameter. Let's see. Let's look back at that hole. It's 0.5 in diameter. So we're going to need for it to be so that it can slide with relative ease. Probably about 0.425 in radius. So cylinder 0.2125 with a length of 0.45. That's better. Now at the bottom, we're going to want at least 0.3 inches on every side, a rectangle. On every side, a small sliver removed. First, actually, we might need to hollow this out so it's flexible. So let's put the cylinder on it. It'd be better for me to eyeball it. Doesn't want to go. Okay. That should be good. So I'll say 0.15. Nah, I want it to be a little bit more than that. Cylinder 0.17. That looks good. Now let's subtract this from this. Now, let's see. On the bottom, I want some rectangles. Doesn't really matter how wide they are. This could be a good width. Put a rectangle in there. And move it. Just like that. Let's delete this line. Do another rectangle. Actually, no. Copy the existing one. From right here. here, and then rotate it from right here. Now what we need to do is extrude both of them. I'm gonna have to move them. They attach to the wrong side. And I want them to be 0.3. Now let's move them. Okay. Now let's subtract. Nope, wrong part. Subtract this with this. There we go. Now, to make a rectangle, that is going to be 0.1 by 0.25. Where'd that go? All the way over there. In this rectangle, I'm going to draw another PL. That's weird. Now delete this. And now I'm going to rotate across here 90 degrees. I'm going to make 4 of them. Okay. Then I'm going to sweep. Oh no, I need to make an arc first. Along the bottom of all of them here, because I can't just put it there like this. See? It needs to be an actual line. Oh, that one didn't quite do what I expected. Not even the right shape. So Control Z. I guess I'll need to rotate this guy. Now that should work. There we go. This one should be rotated too. there's the bottom of the button so far. Now we gotta make a cylinder that could be pressed into a circuit that would allow for, or into a switch in a circuit that would allow for the light to be turned on and off. So the cylinder doesn't need to be very big. That's good. And it only needs to go down about this far. Now that right there needs to have a little bit of support, so we're going to have to make some rectangles in it. Can't go down past these because it needs to be able to squeeze it shut, so it'll be about the same level. That'll provide support to the cylinder. Okay, now that that's done, here comes the fun part. Let's move these back first. Nope. Going to make a rounded top of a button. So first we're going to start with a circle. I want the rounded top to be about 0.75 in diameter. So we're going to have to make a circle. That is 0.375. And then on that circle, well, first before that, we're going to have a rectangle. .25 by 0.15. Okay. Peel. think it's thinking. There we go. That's actually not a bad idea. Doing it that way. Okay, let's see. This had a diameter of what again? Okay, so line .75. Escape. Move. Shoot, wrong side. Actually, let's delete that. And nope. Mirror that. Let's go. Okay. Line. Okay. Okay, now let's move this over. Oh, first we got to rotate. .90 degrees. Now let's move it. Now let's revolve. There we go. Now we've got the middle of it too. Now let's move it. There we go. Now let's see what that looks like. It's a button.